for joining this segment of Bookin' It with Bailee Bob. Today I'm going to be reviewing Baby Teeth by Zoje Stage. It's spelled Z-O-J-E. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it exactly correctly. But I got this book from a subscription that has different kinds of books that you can choose which genre you want. It's called My Thrill Club. There's horror, thriller, mystery, or you can pick surprise me, and they just pick whatever. I chose horror, and this was one of them. I'll start reading the other book soon and review that one later on. But yeah, I'll leave a link below to My Thrill Club if you want to check that out. So this was published in 2018, and the plot is that it's this stay-at-home mom and her 7-year-old girl who is basically evil and really, really creepy. She's a stereotypical creepy little girl that you wouldn't want to be left alone with. And in this book, it's the struggle between the daughter and the mom trying to deal with loving her daughter, yet at the same time fearing her. The mom's name is Suzette and the daughter is Hannah. And Suzette she cares and loves about Hannah a lot, and she's trying really hard to be a good mom because she didn't have the best mother growing up and she doesn't want to be like her. So something cool that this book does is that it shows the internal struggle of Suzette being like, I'm scared that my daughter is gonna stab me in my sleep, but at the same time, I don't want that fear to make me a bad mother because she is 7. Like, maybe I'm just crazy, maybe I'm overreacting. And it seems sometimes like she is crazy and overreacting to other people because her husband, Alex, he's never seen Hannah have any bad behavior whatsoever. Hannah loves him and treats him completely differently than she does to her mom behind closed doors. So to Alex, it seems like his wife is going kind of crazy and just overreacting to everything. And he's like, oh, she's just tired. She needs to rest. One of the themes in this book is manipulation. Hannah, even though she's 7, she's very good at the manipulation of her father, knowing exactly how to behave like a sweet, perfect little angel to him, and knowing when to be scary and creepy to her mom when nobody's looking so that no one believes her. She is very, very clever in how she'll go out of her way to do something to her mom, knowing that it won't be seen by her dad or anybody else. However, she also gets suspended from schools, and other people, like teachers and stuff, they see it, and Alex just refuses to believe it because he doesn't want to admit that his little angel has something kind of wrong with her. Throughout the book, it escalates and escalates and escalates, and you start to realize that something is not okay with this little girl. And there are really scary moments that I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna say exactly what happens, but it's definitely a horror and a thriller. And it's very unsettling what a 7-year-old goes out of her way to do to her own mother. So if you want to read about it and find out some of the creepy things that she does, then I would recommend you getting this book because I don't want to spoil it. I think that this is worth reading. I had a good time reading it. I like creepy books. I've actually been wanting to find creepy, scary books for a while now, especially books that aren't movies, because a lot of scary books turn into movies and I end up seeing the movies beforehand, and then at that point I'm like, well, I already know how it ends, so I don't really want to read the book. So finding My Thrill Club was really cool because I think they're kind of newer books a lot of time, so they haven't been made into movies yet. So anyway, it was really nice finding a scary book that's not in a movie. And if you like that kind of stuff, I definitely recommend it. Without giving away any spoilers, there was definitely blood. There were bloody, gory parts. It wasn't super, super bad. Like, it wasn't a bloodbath or anything like that. But you definitely should expect blood when you read it. As the book progressed, I definitely had moments where I was getting like antsy and anxiety and be like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen next. And I read while I work sometimes, like in between things that I have to do. So there were times that I'd have to put it down to go back to work, and I'd be like, oh, I don't wanna put it down, I wanna keep reading it, because like crazy things were happening and I just wanted to find out already. So there were definitely moments that it like keeps you on your toes. So this book is, let's see, it's almost 300 pages. Just a little under 300 pages. I lied. It's just a little over 300 pages. 304 pages. And it's about that big. So, you know, it didn't take me too long to read. I do have 3 jobs and I work 7 days a week. So it took me longer than it would probably take an average person to read it. It also says right here, sweetness can be deceptive. And it's got a lollipop all crunched up into pieces. I like the cover. I like book covers. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes covers can kind of give you a hint about stuff. So I think it's a cute cover. Thank you for joining this Bookin' It with Bailee Bob segment. If you have any other recommendations for a book that you'd want me to read, especially a scary book, because those are my favorites, but I'm open to any book, you can go ahead and leave me that suggestion in the comments below, and I will leave a link to my Thrill Club so you can check that out if you want to. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you next time!